So yeah, I'm quite happy with the daggers.
That's good, that's good.
Yeah, for the combat skills, definitely a bit rough that you only really have one per weapon.
Mm-hmm. What can you do, though?
Well, for the two-handed anyway, you don't even have a specific one for one-handed.
Ooh,
Your best is if you've got a shield, then you can use shield charge. But
lovely.
yeah, in terms of things, you can spin around
No.
for a bit,
No.
but the damage on it
No.
is too low to really matter.
Good.
Too
Good.
much adrenaline for what you're getting, and it's a channeled thing where you have to be right in their face. So why would you?
So it's Diablo 2 all over again.
Got uppercut for okay damage. It's low, but the more important thing is the bleed.
It's the one you
That's
start with.
guaranteed bleed proc.
It's the one you start with. It's fine.
Uh, you have Sunder for Great Hammer. I have no clue how it is. I haven't used Great Hammers.
I don't see why you would.
Impale and Execute, though, I have used, and it's amazing.
It should be.
Lot of damage. Comes out way too fast for a great sword.
I'm okay with this.
Uh, I wouldn't really bother with heavy attack.
I don't see why you would.
Uh, I don't see the real purpose to Enrage either, unless it gets something good from an upgrade. Let's see. Nope, nope, and no.
Exactly what we expected.
Yep. Let's see, does shield charge get anything? Eh. Okay.
Not
That's
bad.
something. Its upgrades are okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're not amazing, but they're not bad.
They're they're useful.
Yep. Eh. Uh, that really depends on how its range is in the first place.
No thanks.
Okay, that's nice.
Depending on its cooldown, that could actually be really good. Although,
It's not even
it's not a cooldown thing, it's
skills
an...
don't really have cooldowns in
Yeah,
this.
it's an
It's
adrenaline
just can you
build-up
build up
thing.
the resource quick
Mm-hmm.
enough?
In theory, that could be really good.
And then that's nice for if you want to use this more as a finisher, or if
Yeah,
its
yeah.
damage is actually just good enough to outright kill things most of the time.
Only problem is that's kind of contradictory.
Yep. Doesn't really pair well with this.
Yeah, although I guess if the
But
shockwave
it's
also
not
applies it,
uncommon for weaker enemies to be mixed in with some beefier ones.
yeah, and with the shockwave provided, also gives that effect, you just slowly
In terms
kill
of
off and
the shockwave,
reduce
it
the
would depend
armor.
on how far the shockwave hits up into the air.
Mm-hmm.
Because there can be some easy to kill things that are kind of floating around.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a matter of if it's purely ground based or not.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
Nor should you.
I shouldn't. I'm really lightheaded right now.
Everything out of uppercuts just okay.
It's uppercut. What do you expect?
Impale and Execute's upgrades don't really do too much.
Yeah, but if it's fundamentally a good skill, it doesn't need to.
But yeah, that's exactly it. and they're all just hit based. So they're just use the thing, more
Yeah.
things occur.
They they
Your
they
first
make the
strike gets a chance to bleed,
they make the good
and
thing
then your
better.
second one gets more damage and refunds a portion of the adrenaline consumed as long as it actually hits.
Yeah. They make the good thing better.
Yep.
Huzzah.
Yeah. I wonder how the skills are for the others,
Okay.
just how they actually would perform for the other weapon or playstyle types.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, wild, just there was no point really using anything outside of Wild Vines, Forked Lightning, and Spirit Companion.
Unfortunate.
This could be fine for attacking things that are like underneath you, and
Mm-hmm.
they physically can't retaliate. Like it's neat in that regard, but costs too much mana for what it does,
Yeah. I'll
and it's
pass.
worthless in any normal fight. Takes too much time. Not worth it.
Makes sense.
This can be nice, but the charge kills it.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
need to sit there
Yeah.
and charge it to really get its duration.
And for how slow even in spite of how slow the bosses are, you're not gonna have that time.
No. And they don't stay as slow as the warg.
I was basing that off of that final boss.
King Priest isn't really a good indicator either.
Touche.
Rake, the damage can be alright. However, you can't aim it. So,
What's the
yeah, you can
point?
kind of just end up shooting over a lot of things, or if they're too small, or just not hitting the target altogether. It's killed by the fact that you can't aim it.
What's the point of what's I'm just
Yeah,
imagining
exactly.
I'm just imagining someone who's been told to throw knives and then they close their eyes, put on a blindfold, and then just start flinging them,
Hmm.
and then asking if they hit.
Ball lightning, too little damage. Just way too little for its cost.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Um, in terms of things, the only skill that I didn't use for a amount of time for assassination was the bear trap.
Okay.
Outside of that, well, I have actually had these on all on at one time or another.
Mm-hmm. And
Backlash is all right. Um, its damage is a little too low for what it should really do, especially given its combo point cost is on par with stuff like Detonate Toxin,
yeah, that's a lot of damage.
which you can get up to 5 stacks of poison on the target before you then detonate it.
Yeah.
Or Shadow Step, which will automatically put you behind whatever the furthest enemy is, dealing 200% of your weapon damage. And with the upgrades, it gives you invulnerability for a
Mm-hmm.
second.
And I saw you abusing that.
Yep. It helps you really keep up the aggression. And with enough upgrades in the assassin tree, you can basically always have the combo points to go right into it.
Mm-hmm.
Toxic Shiv, it was good. Um, it did its job for if you need to hit
It
flyers.
was
It wasn't really
serviceable.
that appealing fighting things otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
just because there was just better to use the combo points on. Maybe if it costed two instead, it'd feel better. But for three, no. And Reactive Blast, it's good until you can consistently get good poison build up.
Mm-hmm.
When you really can't build up yourself, this is a nice way to get more stacks on a target. But
I'll
that's it.
always have to have those intermediary skills.
Yep. And fortunately, it shows up early enough to where it actually can function as such,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not just worthless.
Yeah, that's a problem with a lot of those types of skills.
For the exact order where I got things, in Venom, then it might have been either Backlash or Reactive Blast. Then I bought Toxic Shiv from the map merchant.
Alright.
I got bear trapped somewhere along the way in there. I don't remember when. I don't really care either. Then Shadow Step, and finally Detonate Toxin.
At least the two best ones come last.
Yep. I'm not sure how things will go for fire.
I mean, you have a lot of spells.
You do, but, well, you can see the problem with a lot not really translating to very much.
That's a high mana cost.
Yes, it is. That's okay. I need to look at the upgrades for that to see if you could make that worth the mana cost.
Yeah, because that's 40. That's making it more expensive.
Yep. So up to 20% more burn chance. A little bit more fire damage, but also makes you take 5% more. That isn't fire. And then
Okay.
you can extend the duration by specifically applying a burn.
I mean, that's something. It's only a minute, though.
You can only get another 30 seconds out of it.
Yeah. Ah, that's a hard sell. Granted, didn't
Yeah, and
fire
this
have...
is one of the last fire skills you'll get too.
Ooh. Although, didn't fire have one of the better mana gens?
Yeah,
I want to say
like
it was fire and
2 a
astral that had
second
some of the
based off
best.
of the burning.
Because
This
basically, if you set
one,
things on
yeah,
fire, you... Yeah,
2 per
that.
seconds for each nearby burning enemy.
Alright, so, you know, set 4 things on fire, wait 10 seconds, and you get it back.
Yep. Uh, I don't remember what Astrals was, if it even had one.
I could have sworn it did.
You might have been thinking about Wilds.
Maybe.
Well, no, yeah, Astral does have a pretty
Yeah,
solid one.
that one.
Every fifth weapon attack restores 8.
And I want to say it had another one. Or something.
No, because this one is just better healing.
Yeah.
And then Wild is best for. Where is it? It's right here. Best for if you've got a lot of health and mana.
Mm-hmm. Which means, ironically, it should probably be closer to, Vanguard.
Well, not necessarily. thanks to being able to get 3
Yeah,
more health for each point of spirit.
yeah, yeah.
Really helps out. Especially because the diminishing returns on Constitution kick in pretty quickly.
Mm,
I'm already only getting 20 per point.
so not
Oh,
really
not
a reason to
even. I'm
level it.
getting 19. So, getting health has been a little bit of a pain.
Yeah, yeah. I know outside of that, go back to the buff boy. The trait that you just got. Thank you. I know that that's one of the better way. That's one of the ways around that health problem.
Hmm.
I think that's it though.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much only other things I'm going to be grabbing are Blood Craze
Mm-hmm.
and Enhanced Endurance from here.
Most universally useful.
I don't need any of the adrenaline stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Coup de Grace is pointless given my damage output.
Mm-hmm.
If something gets that low, I'm probably just going to have it outright wiped out.
Yeah.
How are our blazing weapons upgrades? More duration. Okay, that's
That's
actually
actually
really
good.
good. Being able to use it without needing the relic does up its value by quite a bit.
That's actually really good. That means you can afford to
Given
have a shield or two hand.
that means you don't even necessarily need to be a fire build to make use of it.
Yeah.
It'd be better for them because they've actually got the scaling for it, but
Yeah, obviously, but still.
yeah,
Basically doubling its
doing quite a
damage
bit, but
output.
that's a lot of bonus damage just for if the enemy's burning.
Yeah, and look at its baseline.
Yeah.
That's you're more than doubling your damage just for setting them on
Hmm.
fire. And you're doing a pyro build. You're going to set them on
And
fire.
then increases the power scaling by 20%.
That's really good.
So blazing weapon gets
High
a
marks.
glowing. It's already made to basically the peak of fire.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how this is. You get this at the same time you get the double jump. About 2/3 of the way through.
Ooh. Not terrible. I mean,
Yep.
it's more than doubling the overall damage.
Also, not a spell you can just spam freely, thanks to
It,
getting its cost increased by 5
yeah. And it's
each
already not
time
exactly
for
cheap.
5 seconds. Its damage isn't really high enough.
Yeah. On one hand,
Maybe after maybe with the relic and actually investing in power, it could be
yeah,
a
that
more around there, but
that might be what's hurting it. Maybe its scaling is where it's really at.
I'm not seeing it at least at face value.
I mean, there's that.
That's okay.
Doesn't seem worth it, but eh.
Not really. Then Firebolt. refresh the burning effect on target.
Seems like it has solid
Very nice
damage
just to
too.
keep them burning.
It's a bit expensive, but solid enough.
Takes longer to cast, but
Ooh.
deals 60% more damage and
And
explodes in a larger radius.
but it's also a lot more expensive.
Yep. And then you can make them have guaranteed crits. No, never mind. Its crits always inflict burn.
Eh?
Misread that. That's
Eh?
that will really depend.
Yeah.
If you can just have an easier time building up your magical crit over your burn build up, your burn chance. But yeah, nah, not great. Not great. That's nice for
That's good for a hybrid.
battle mage type.
Yeah.
And then making it count as a weapon attack as well as spell.
Is that a good thing?
Would that mean that you would be adding your weapon damage to it?
In theory, that are there specific mechanics or bosses that are like immune to weapon or spell damage?
Yeah, no, there hasn't been anything like that.
That could. Do you think that's like magical attacks in Total War, where it's just a modifier that makes you overcome resistances essentially? Like if they're resistant to spells versus weapon, then it'll use your weapon attack, but and vice versa. I don't know. That'd require
That would
testing.
just be really finicky, given most weapons have same exact type of magical damage attached to them.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, it is, you really need to try to be using a weapon that only does physical rather than one that
yeah.
has some form of split.
It's the opposite of Dark Souls 3. Yeah, this one is just. That's really good.
Yes, it is.
Okay, this is actually probably up there with Flame Sword.
So, yeah, I'm gonna kind of read into it as kind of taking on some of the combat skill stuff,
Yeah, yeah, it wants to be
where
paired with Vanguard, which is
I I'm not sure with weapon attack part of it.
yeah, that's just something you'd have we probably I would end up testing given things.
But yeah, making its damage scale up with strength and then also having its stagger get increased by power
Yeah, no, it this
would
seems like
all be really good.
it would hit hard, it would stagger a lot, and then you
And
can make it cheaper and come out quicker.
at most it costs 23 by the end of it with all the upgrades, which is not bad.
But also you can reduce that by hitting them. So it's
Yes.
really not bad.
And given you'll need to have a relic out, you'll be hitting quick enough to get that fully charged.
Yeah. It looks like it does good damage on the surface. Ooh, that's 10 a second. Never
Yep.
mind.
But that's the average. Spell
Touche.
that I was always channeling was 10 a second. And well, by the time you saw me using it, I already had cast it cost 17 a second.
Fair enough. I guess it's not terrible then. And also, you'd probably
Increase
get
the
a lot of burn
range, making it so they take more fire damage if you channel on them long enough.
if they let you.
And it progressively gets cheaper the longer you channel it.
Okay, that's actually really good. And it seems to have high base damage too.
And this is one of your first fire spells.
That's actually pretty damn good.
Firebolt and Incinerate are your two earliest. Firebolt you'll start with. Incinerate you can buy from
Hmm,
the map merchant.
it's not half bad.
Infernal Tornado. Don't remember where this comes from.
Not terrible. I wouldn't say that's great though. When it says explode, does that mean it gets rid of the tornado?
That's what I'm
Because
wondering.
that's what I'm concerned about.
If it get rid of it, then it would just kind
Then,
of ruin what this would be best at, which
yeah, because,
is shredding big bosses.
yeah, you
There
want,
are no shortage of large bosses in this,
and this could cripple them, but that upgrade could destroy
but this
that.
upgrade could potentially just ruin that
Yeah,
and kind of just,
invalidate the
well,
rest of it.
invalidate most of what you're really getting here.
So when it says explode, it's one of two things. It triggers an explosion damage and keeps on
Yep.
trucking, or it detonates
Or
the
it just
tornado.
ends.
Or, yeah, it consumes the tornado, which would be terrible.
So this will go in the iffy area.
It could be great in niche scenarios, but it's not
Yep.
competing with the fire swords or the flame spew.
And then you got a summon. 35 for an imp that will chuck 8 fireballs, dealing 123 damage each.
Remind me how much your fireball does?
Yours does 160 by base.
Okay, so it is technically doing more for less, and you can do your own things in the meantime as well.
Making it so while the imp is summoned, you have 5% more chance to burn and 10% more magical crits.
Not
That's
bad.
pretty nice. It
That
gets 4
increases
more
its
charges.
increasing its value dramatically.
And then making it so each cast that it does more than the last.
That one's actually pretty solid.
Yep.
I mean, its total cost would be something like 47, right? No, it.
46.
Yeah. Versus fully upgrade Fireball.
19.
Okay, so the Fireball's 20 versus.
So
Yeah, that.
20 for. Yeah, no, this would just
Yeah,
come
that.
with a
That
lot
would.
more value.
Yeah, yeah. Admittedly, you wouldn't have some of the extra effects, but you only have so many skills, right?
Yep.
And let's admit it, you're probably going to have that Fire Sword and the other Fire Sword.
Yeah, you're
You're
gonna
going to
have your
have
blazing
Blazing Weapon,
weapon and
and you're probably
flame
going to have Flame
slash.
Slash.
Like unless you're trying to really commit to absolute full caster with fire,
Which I don't
which,
think they want you to do anyway.
well, yeah,
Evidently
just
so.
look at the fire skill tree. About half it, I think, is all just related to your weaponry
Yeah.
and generally being more durable.
Oh, also for all of these costs, go back to that middle one.
Yep, can reduce that by 10%.
Yeah. So,
Then
And then also
Each
with
one of the each of these utility nodes will reduce that by another 1%.
and then they have a recuperation based off burning.
Yep.
Fire would technically be expensive, but it also has a lot of things to reduce it and
And
absorb.
well, you also get another 8% reduction ring really early.
That's nice.
Like one of the first chests you'll ever see
Mm-hmm.
that you can open with a lockpick gives this ring.
Mm-hmm.
The other chest that you'll see early on gives
That
this
one.
20 stamina ring.
Put both of those together, and you basically have Fire's ideal setup for a while.
So, yeah. And honestly, there is no shortage of gear that caters to a power strength setup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think in theory Fire could be one of the strongest.
It has been such a pain to really keep up with decent dex gear.
Mm-hmm.
That more or less gives me what I want.
Now, what's the last thing for Fire?
Then the last one is Wall of Flame,
I already don't like it.
which is off to a very bad start because we don't even know exactly how much ground it covers
Yeah.
either.
Or if it blocks
It could just
projectiles.
be a sliver,
Yeah.
slow them by 25%, increase the width by 30, and make it last 3 seconds longer.
No. That Fire actually has steep
With
competition.
an
This,
ending cost of 24.
yeah, I'll take the
Nah,
Imp.
this one's just no.
I'll take the Imp. Thank you very much. So yeah, there are at least four. There are two
Pretty
very
much,
good
if you
ones.
don't intend to do any of these for a sort of battle mage setup, then you'd have this. You probably have this, and this.
For a battle mage setup, it has a lot. For a caster, it
Fiery
has.
Rush you could consider, but also it comes quite late, so might
Why
be
not
hard
just
to really want to slip it in.
impale and execute, though?
But that's only if you're using a great sword,
Oh,
which means you can't be casting.
that's true.
The only thing you'd be able to use is your blazing weapon, make it
More
hit a
than
little
good
harder,
enough.
but it's not that worthwhile to do for a great weapon,
True.
given you could get a lot more out of those numbers with something that could hit faster.
Yeah, yeah.
If it, like, the 20% power scaling could be something, but you don't really get enough for power scaling great swords. Like, you got Nightfall
Mm-hmm.
from the Vampire,
What is it?
Which is probably what you would use.
and you have
Or that one.
Previnora's Bloody Hatred. But, well, that's about it on the Great Sword end.
Mm-hmm.
And neither of those are gonna be come your way anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
First, you'll get the vampire's weapon, then sometime later you'll gain the ability to make this.
Eh.
But yeah, um, not really that appealing. Do? Might as well check the
You're
astral ones
missing
that I
one.
have. I don't know where the last one is. I have no clue where the last astral skill is. Got a nice big laser.
I like big laser.
Can charge it. Does more based off how long you charge it.
Mm-hmm.
With the fully charged one causing a high stagger. And your very first thing makes it charge faster.
Mm-hmm. This is already looking good.
And then a fully charged one always inflicts light brand. And you can charge it even more.
And its cost starts at 12 at full upgrade.
Yeah.
That's actually really fucking good.
I don't know, remind myself what light brand does. Yeah, yeah. Having that guaranteed is nice.
Yeah, yeah. Healing.
Yep. Not a great start, though I guess that depends on how much stagger these do.
Yeah.
This would be the type of skill that would matter a lot more based off of how much you'll stagger the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
That's pointless. Eh. You'd have
Yeah.
to cast that 3 times to get the full value.
I'll pass.
Yeah, no, this one doesn't really seem all
No,
that appealing.
I'll pass.
Then you got another weapon buff effect.
Me like. Yeah, a bit expensive though.
Yeah, a bit expensive.
Although it does build up.
Though this one just can pretty quickly end up doing up to 45,
Yeah,
adding
yeah.
45 to your weapon. And then immediately increasing the spirit scaling on your weapon by 20%.
Nice.
Nice. Increasing the number of stacks you can get by 5.
Also good.
So
That's an extra.
that's another 15 damage.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
then
then you get
attacking
a.
targets affected with light brand will just
This is good.
increase the duration.
This is good.
Yeah. Yep.
That, yeah. I'm not sure that actually might be better than the fire buff.
As long as your weapon's quick enough, yeah.
And I think most one-handed weapons will be.
Yeah.
Hammer didn't.
Huh. So yeah, these will just spiral
It's
around
it's literally just
wherever
hammered
you
in.
cast them for a
Damn it.
bit. They'll constantly hit whatever is in range. And yeah.
That's actually not a terrible skill.
Yep. These are actually, all things considered, pretty solid. Especially on an even, well, not even moderately sized, on an enemy of pretty much any size that isn't just small.
Mm-hmm.
These will do a lot. Um, on the humanoid boss that actually has this spell, I got shredded by these.
Yeah,
I was in
yeah.
them for a moment and I was dead.
Makes sense. In
And now
theory, it
this
could be good.
is a better way to do a damage over time area effect than Wall of Fire.
Yes, much better than Wall of Fire. Only problem, That's not saying much because we're talking about Wall of Fire.
How good it'll be depends on how much area it covers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey.
Increase the width by 25%. You get 25% more armor while inside the area. And enemies have their armor reduced by 100% of the armor bonus you receive.
Talk about a paladin setup.
Make sure you're decked out in the best armor you got, and
And
you could just
they'll
tear
have
away
nothing.
the enemy's armor. Okay, that's actually really nice.
Okay, that's actually a really nice skill. I shall. They shall not pass, and you shall not fall. Is
Yeah.
effectively what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Eh.
Eh,
I think you'll have enough healing through other more proactive means,
yeah.
like constant,
You're better off just relying on your light brand.
Just use light brand consecration and then hit them with a shiny weapon.
Yeah. Then you got your prism.
That is a lot of damage.
Lays it down. Smack things enough. Then you'll get it nice and charged up. Then you get a barrier for 10% of that amount. And yeah,
Looks like it could be solid.
25% more armor given. Light
Nice.
barrier given. Oh, hey, your healing's better while you're standing within its range.
So this combined with consecrated field.
And then make it so that it can hold 25% more energy before it bursts.
This feels very much like you going up into the boss's arena and saying, "You're not. I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me."
It really does
That,
come off that way.
that's how Astral's coming off to me.
Prism, Celestial Hammer,
Consecration.
Consecration. They're not having a good time.
Yeah, no. They're they're gonna struggle.
And
And
then Smite.
and then more paladin things.
Yep.
Oh, and it's all around you. Lovely. Even better.
Reduce the enemy's armor by 45% for 12 seconds.
I
All
feel
right then.
I feel like given consecrated alone, this is unnecessary, but not unwelcome.
Smite's damage passively increases by 5% every second, stacking up to 12 times. Casting Smite consumes this effect.
Hey, remember what I just said a second ago about the being stuck in there with you? Combined with the other three skills.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
and it becomes an
and it
execute.
becomes an execute. Okay,
Hey.
I thought fire had a good showing for a battle mage.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm glad you told me to do this one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how that goes. Probably poorly
And
for my enemy.
I, I'm gonna need to look up where that last one
Do you
is.
have it on your other playthrough?
No. I don't have it on either one.
Oh, hold on, let me... Do you know what it's called?
No. I'm pretty sure it's attached to the other Night Stalker boss I need to kill, wherever that might be.
Mandragora... Astral skills. Let's see, what all do you have? Just let me see the names quickly. Prism,
Okay,
Concentrate,
Heavenly
Invigorate.
Aegis is what
Holy Aegis,
is the
that's
missing
what we're
one.
missing. Raise a magical shield that blocks 100% of incoming physical and 80% of incoming magic damage from the front. Blocking damage
Blocking
drains
damage drains 10% of the damage blocked as mana.
upgrades. Reflects 50% of melee damage blocked back to the attacker as astral damage. Melee attacks blocked by Heavenly Aegis have a 20% chance to inflict Light Brand. And Heavenly Aegis projects a shield in both directions, blocking damage from both sides. Kind of underwhelming, comparatively speaking, but not terrible.
It has its uses.
Yeah, I mean, you combine it with all the other screw you, I'm not dying, and you aren't allowed to have armor or resistances
Hmm.
or a soul. It that would just be an extra layer of screw you. Astral seems like one of the ones where you kind of just want to have pure astral skills on.
Honestly, you kind of just prefer to have your pure skills on anyway.
Well, yeah, but you get the point.
But yeah.
Like, for what you want to be doing with astral, you want you want at least 4 of these skills, if not 6.
Hmm.
And look at how many you have available. Although I will say, of all of the ones to not have, I think Holy Aegis is fine.
Yeah.